Chapter 56, Daniel. How did you end up hanging out with me on the first Friday night in a while that we don't have a football game? Don't you have friends or adoring girls waiting for your attention? Xander asked when I walked into his room. I'm waiting on Lynn to get back from her run. The other knights are out with their girl of the moment. Well, except for Grayson. I think he's at home moping. I sat in the chair next to Xander's bed. And all the girls vying for your attention? Xander wiggles his eyebrows with his question. Brittany started getting clingy, and we weren't even together. I figured tonight was better spent hanging here than giving her the wrong idea, and I didn't feel in the mood to find someone new tonight. I leaned back, resting my head on the back of the chair. So, I'm the consolation prize. Xander smirks mischievously. I mean, obviously. Why else would I willingly hang out with a theater nerd? I roll my eyes. I know, I don't even play sports. I gasped dramatically. Whatever could we have to talk about if you don't play sports or make out with girls? Because you're clearly a dumb jock who doesn't have enough brain cells to talk about anything else. Clearly. This has become somewhat of a running joke with us because of what everyone else assumes about us. Anyone who sees us hanging out is always surprised. It's like they forget he's Lynn's brother and I grew up with him too. So, Lynn's been running a lot lately. I trail off. I guess, Xander shrugs. I kind of hoped with Whitney actively turning the school against Mark, it'd help. Mark is too focused on Whitney being a gossipy witch to even think about giving Lynn any grief. The rumor mill seems way more interested in the dynamic between the football captain and the cheer captain than any drama Mark tried to stir up about Lynn. I figured all that becoming a non-issue would help Lynn settle down. Other than frequent runs to the park, she isn't acting anxious, and she always runs a lot following a breakup and likes joining pickup games at the park. So you aren't worried? No, I think you're worried because you're overly protective of her. Xander raises his eyebrows. Maybe, but she and Mark broke up 3 weeks ago, and she's still single and running all the time. Normally, her avoidance only lasts 1 week. I look at the ceiling like it might have the answers. Yeah, but you guys have been busy with girls. Maybe she's avoiding spending one-on-one time with Grayson. You think she's avoiding Grayson? That snaps me back to attention, and I look at Xander. I don't know. I'm spitballing. You're the one who's around them all the time. How are things going when y'all are together? Xander spins in his desk chair. Grayson has definitely been flirting with Lynn, and she isn't shutting him down. She hasn't initiated anything, though. I shrug. And he isn't allowed to because of your rules. What do you call it again? Xander stopped spinning to look at me. The secret creed, because it's an offshoot of the Knight's Creed we made when we were little. You know if Lynn ever finds out about that, she's going to be pissed at all of you. Xander cocks an eyebrow. Yeah, I know. You've been saying that for years. And you've been ignoring me for years. Xander rolls his eyes. Because only the Knights know about it, and we all have a vested interest in her never finding out. A secret is easy to keep when everyone involved knows bodily harm would ensue should they ever open their mouths. Don't look at me when it blows up in your faces. Xander holds out his hands like he doesn't even want to touch the idea. Yeah, I wave my hand dismissing his objection. Well, as much as I enjoy your company, I have plans tonight, so I'm about to head out. Xander grabs his wallet and keys from his desk. Finally ask Amelia on a date? Amelia and I are just friends, and you do enough dating for the both of us. Xander rolls his eyes again. Y'all are just friends for now. You may not have ever dated before, but that can change when you find the right girl. I get up from his chair and follow him out of his room. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, the cast and crew are going bowling. You're welcome to come with us. Xander jiggles his keys. I think I'll hang out here so I can check in with Lynn when she gets back from her run. All right, good luck with that. I'm in the Knight's room working on my homework when Lynn gets back from her run. I wanted to give her space if she needed it, but I don't want to go home. My parents are out for dinner with some of my dad's work associates, and I don't want to be in that big empty house alone. Lynn walks into the room. Hey, can I talk to you about something? Her hair is still up in a towel from her shower, and she looks nervous. You can talk to me about anything at any time. You know that. What do you think about Grayson? Lynn toys with the towel on her head. He's a good ball player and a good friend. I want her to say why she's asking instead of making it easy on her. You know that's not what I meant. Lynn rolls her eyes. Do I? Ugh, fine. Lynn throws up her hands. I want to know what you think about all the extra attention and all the flirting. Do you think he means anything by it? If you're asking if I think if he has a thing for you, then yeah, it seems fairly obvious. If he was any more obvious, he'd have to take out a billboard. What do you think I should do about it? Lynn wraps her arms around herself. What do you want to do about it? I lean back in my chair. I don't know. Well, do you want to go out with him? I don't not want to go out with him. Lynn leans against the door frame. So you're unsure of what you want to do. If I knew, would I be here bugging you about it? She looked exasperated. Yes. Shut up. Lynn pushes off the door frame and shoves my chair to send me spinning. How about you tell me what you're thinking, and then I'll try to give you advice. If I know more about what you want, I can give you better advice. I don't know. Lynn plops down on the bunk bed closest to me. I mean, obviously I like him because we've been friends our whole lives. I enjoy spending time with him, and he's not horrible to look at. A rave review by all accounts. I roll my eyes. Would you rather me be completely honest about my thoughts on his appearance? Lynn pulls a towel off her head and starts drying her hair. Absolutely not. I know way too much about most of the guys at our school as it is. I'm pretty sure I'm in danger of losing my man card from hearing you wax poetic about your various crushes and exes over the years. I'm not that bad. I raise my eyebrows at Lynn. Okay, maybe I am, but I'm not any worse than you are, and I talk about things other than their appearance. Lynn pops me with her towel. Like their kissing skills? I wiggle my eyebrows. Shut up, Lynn pushes my shoulder. Anyway, we're getting off topic. So it sounds like you wouldn't be opposed to dating Grayson. I'm worried about what could go wrong. Like, even though Mark seems to be public enemy number one, I'm worried if I start dating Grayson, it might give Mark more ammunition and credibility. Lynn goes back to drying her hair. I don't think you need to worry about Mark. I'm sure he's going to be too busy dealing with everything going on with Whitney to try starting more trouble with you. I think Mark has taken up enough of your headspace this school year, and you shouldn't make any decisions based on how he may or may not react. Do you think Grayson's going to ask me out? Lynn shakes the towel out and hangs it up in the bathroom attached to the night's room. I don't know that he will. I think that if you want to go out with him, then you should ask him out. But I'm not sure if you're ready for another relationship. I mean, you seem to be running and going to the park a lot. If you're still feeling weird over all the crap with Mark, then maybe you should take some time to focus on you. You don't have hardly any time between girls. Heck, sometimes you make out with 2 different girls on the same day. Lynn comes back with a brush and starts brushing her hair out. Kissing and relationships aren't the same thing, and I'm not letting any girl mess with my hair. Head, you've been single without even flirting with someone for 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure that's a record for you. I'm not letting Mark mess with my head. I'm ready to date, but I'm not sure about dating Grayson. And besides, there's nothing wrong with staying single. Maybe I should wait. I could wait until basketball season. Lynn's rapid-fire talking isn't filling with confidence. If that's your way of considering dating someone else on the team, please don't. If you're saying you're going to stay single for an entire month until basketball, I want to know why. Staying single and focusing on herself would be good for Lynn, but anxiously refusing to date isn't the same thing. If it's basketball season, Mark won't have a reason or a way to take it out on Grayson, and it won't mess up your season. Why don't you want me dating anyone on the basketball team? It's never been an issue before. Lynn puts her brush back up. Well, I guess as long as it isn't Knox, it wouldn't be too bad. What are you talking about? What's wrong with Aiden? Lynn plops back on the bed. Nothing's wrong with him. I just don't know that I could handle you dating and dumping another captain of the basketball team during basketball season. Why's that? Lynn toys with her hair. Last year, when you broke up with Mason Reneker, we had to run suicides every captain's practice, and he almost always found a reason the Knights needed to stay late. He'd say we were sloppy during practice or that we gave him attitude. Then he'd have us run lines until we were ready to puke or pass out. It majorly sucked. At least y'all were in good shape. I mean, y'all won the regional tournament, Lynn smirks. I'd love to repeat the wins this year, but I'll pass on being tortured because you broke our captain's heart again. I have no interest in dating Aiden, so you've got nothing to worry about. Lynn rolls her eyes like I'm being ridiculous. Because of what I said, or because you aren't ready to start dating and said that so I'd leave you alone about Mark? Because he's a lovable goofball, but I don't like him that way. I'd appreciate you dropping the Mark thing, because it isn't an issue and I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm ready for another relationship. I'm just not sure about trying to have one with Grayson. Lynn's confidence slips away when she mentions Grayson's name. If you're hesitant, maybe hang out with him one-on-one and see how it goes. If it goes well, then consider going on a date. How am I supposed to hang out with him one-on-one without any of the nights crashing? If I ask him to hang out just the 2 of us, he's going to think it's a date anyway. Simple. I go with y'all and then have a reason to bail. Everyone else is busy tonight anyway. Oliver's on his date with Kaylee. Jet and Tristan are with their girl at the moment. Lynn looks a little uncomfortable at the mention of the girls who won't last long. I wonder if she might be thinking about what Oliver said during homecoming and how similar she is to us and how she treats the opposite gender. Lynn gives her head a slight shake. Okay, I guess it couldn't hurt to try. You need a convincing reason to bail, though. I don't want him to think it's a setup. I don't think he'll care why I'm leaving as long as I am, but I'll come up with something. Do you want me to text him so he has less reason to be suspicious? I pull my phone out. Yeah, sounds good.